And so I brought that up to him, and he's like, they should never be selling out. I'm not a big name dropper. I spoke with somebody who was very successful in the business, and he said, hey, if you really are number one, is that true? And I said, yeah, I just got some of the metrics from Fanatics. It is true. It was varying. Sometimes it was one, sometimes two, sometimes three. It was a top seller at the end of the day. He said, you should try to get your shirts in the building. So I brought that information that was given to me, like about the legitimacy of the sales. I brought it in, and they said, I think I've got a good case to have a shirt in the building. So they brought it in. Then the shirts in the building are selling out. And so I brought that up to him, and he's like, they should never be selling out. If anything, there should always be one left. Tell them to go get more shirts in. And I go, you're totally right about that. I never thought of it that way.
That was a Vince thing, wasn't it?
It was a
That was
Vince
a
thing.
Vince thing we heard.
Yeah. So we wind up, I asked if we can get more shirts in the building. The guy's like, we'll look into it. I'm like, no, we can't look into it. I guess this is me calling merch again. So I contact merch again, and we get extra orders in, and they're doing great. Like, my point is, for bringing all that up, that promo served a great purpose. It felt authentic. It didn't feel like some mechanical conveyor belt promo. It was good for the company. It wasn't me going into business for myself. It actually generated business. Really, the whole purpose of that was to just take things that people are seeing and, as a thought piece, put it out there and get them into it. And it was treated like this crime of a thing.
Like you're going into business for yourself, not actually trying to make the
Right.
company more money and like prove that you deserve a place here when we're about to be kicked out in 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I feel like the real problem was that it actually did get over. That's my opinion. And I think that was the real problem with it. Maybe it felt a little too real for somebody or some people. It felt a little too real for them to be comfortable. And it's
Maybe the new regime is a bit more controlling over what gets over and how and when, maybe.
Of course it sounds that way. And then that is just crazy pants, because you're not only taking money out of their pocket, they're taking money out of your pocket at the end of the day for your merch checks that come every 3 months. I don't think I've ever in my history of 20 years in the business heard of somebody getting over on their own and they didn't want to run with it.